Hi, I'm Lee Burkeen with Louisiana Football TV Magazine. A great lineup. As always, we've got some great coaches. The head coach from Redemptor's High School will be joining us in segment 1, and the head coach from A-Meet. That's right, A-Meet has 12 kids that'll sign this year. 12. That's not a misquote or a misword, but 12. We also got Michael Race, the owner of Pretty Jaguar, with Benny Brazil, assistant track coach at LSU, former LSU All-American track star and football starter in Cincinnati Bengals. We've got 2 recruits that'll be here from Redemptor's High School. Give us a call. We'll have the number up when we come back. We'll take your phone calls in New Orleans, Lafayette, and Baton Rouge. You're watching Louisiana Football TV Magazine.
A sports injury can put you out of action. But your game's not over because you drafted the right team. At the Bone and Joint Clinic, you're treated by experts in sports medicine, experienced therapists and staff, and the latest equipment and services in a comfortable environment where you're treated like family. Because we want to see you suit up again. The Bone and Joint Clinic.
Hi, I'm Joe Martin, president of ITI Technical College. And for over 35 years, ITI has been a leader in technical education here in Baton Rouge.
ITI's medical division offers hands-on training in 3 new medical programs: medical billing and coding, medical management, and medical assistant. ITI offers flexible class schedules, and financial aid is available.
So let ITI help you discover a better life. Call now or go online. It's that simple.
ITI for a better life.
At Peak Performance Physical Therapy, we treat everyone from long drivers to unlucky drivers. Now with 7 locations to serve you. If your doctor recommends physical therapy, ask for Peak Performance by name. The physical therapy choice of golfers, injured drivers, and everyone in between.
If you're looking for the gear you need in the colors you bleed, then make your first stop Co-op. Much more than just a bookstore. Co-op has the largest selection of LSU merchandise for the whole family, including tailgating supplies, LSU clothing and accessories, great gifts, and a whole lot more. Stop in or order online for the best prices on art supplies, school supplies, and textbooks. The Co-op Bookstore, where you'll always find the gear you need in the colors you bleed.
As a designer here at Bassett, I've helped all kinds of people find the custom furniture they really want. Beautiful fabrics and leathers? Got 'em. A choice of finishes? Sure. The best color combos? No problem. Whatever you're looking for, I can help you find it, and we'll have it ready in 30 days. Custom furniture from Bassett. It's a great way to make your home your own.
Be sure to support Papa John's Pizza, our sponsor. They feed our staff, all our guests. A wonderful company. Think of Papa John's Pizza when you're watching sporting events. We only have 1 football game left, I believe. Well, 2. The Senior Bowl's coming up this weekend, which doesn't always have all the best college football players now, right? It's got some of them. But that's a good game to watch. And then the Super Bowl, the New England Patriots, the rematch with the New York Giants. I don't think you'll see a miracle catch again. I mean, you know, I'm a Patriots fan when the Saints are not involved. I'm a big Brady fan when Breeze and the Saints are not in the playoffs. So I'm taking the Patriots to it's the rematch, you know, and I think Brady's going to throw for 400 yards and dice them up, the Giants. What you think, guys?
Oh, it's the Giants all the way, Coach.
Come on. Brandon Jacobs from Napoleonville.
Victor
Corey
Cruz
Webster
is going to salsa dance.
Salsa dance. Coach Aaron Weiss, head coach Redemptor's High School. Coach Alden Foster, head coach of A-Meet. Come all the way from Tangipahoa Parish.
Yeah.
What do you think of the Super Bowl? I mean, we're going to talk about your schools, but you know, they go to Green Bay and they beat Aaron Rodgers in Green Bay, Green Bay.
And like you said, the Louisiana connection. You got Corey Webster, LSU guy, but he's a St. James guy.
Right.
And you got Brandon, and you also got Eli. You forget he's a Louisiana guy too. So I'm a big Pittsburgh Steelers fan, so I'm still T-bowled out right now. But but I'm pulling for you know, just because of the local flavor, I'm pulling for the Giants.
We have that in common. I'm a Saints fan, a Patriots fan, and a Steelers fan. When Terry Bradshaw and Mel Blount, and Donnie Shell, and Jack Ham, and Jack Lambert, and Franco Harris, that was my team. 4 Super Bowl victories. Should have won 6 Super Bowls, huh, Coach?
Yeah.
Should have won about 7 probably back in the steel curtain, right?
That was before my time.
Come on, Aaron. You knew Neil O'Donnell later on probably, right?
Oh, come on now. Don't mention
the
that.
First Super Bowl loss they had, right, against the Cowboys, who was a team I did not grow up liking. You either have to like Pittsburgh, right, Coach, or
Dallas. The Cowboys. There wasn't no other team.
But Tony Dorsett never got 100 yards on the Steelers, steel curtain. And back in the day, if you're under the age of 35, Tony Dorsett was the best one of the best running backs in the game with Walter Payton during that era in the 70s. We're going to talk a little more. Coach Weiss, Redemptorist, your first year, you came over from St. Michael's High School. You had a record offensive performance with Dash Duncan, who played his first year on varsity, your quarterback. Tell us the total yardage that 1 year in 2010 at St. Michael's.
Passing, we were right around 3,200 with another 1,200 or so rushing. So, I mean, we did a good job moving the ball. Dash, phenomenal year. After my first year there, had Jeremy Myers, who did a phenomenal job, too. We, pretty blessed to have 2 good quarterbacks over there.
You were the brains behind the offensive calling, play calling, right?
I kind of just let the players go do it. Yeah, it's actually pretty simple stuff, but the players make the plays. I just kind of put them in position, and we made some plays with those guys. It was fun. It was a lot of fun.
Yeah, Redemptorist this year had some tough opponents: Calvary Baptist, Scotlandville. We can go on and on. I think you had about 7 playoff teams that you played. You made the playoffs. You got in the playoffs, and you had 35 players, and you had some good players. Yep. You didn't have a Lyle Collins on the O-line or D-line, but you had some really good skill guys.
Yeah, I mean, you're never going to replace Jeremy Hill and a Lyle Collins. We had some good guys. We played 6 quarterfinal teams, and we were close. We got better as the year went on, with our scheme and everything, and we kind of just built and built and built, and we got better, and almost won a playoff game, lost in overtime in the first round on the half-yard line,
You had to change your whole scheme of Redemptorist being a balanced run power team with throwing when you need to more of a spread, right? Running still, you were balanced, but you had Dino Mullins running, and also one of your recruits that's going to be on the show later on. But
yeah, we started out, trying to kind of do it more like we did at St. Michael with a lot of short passes and all, and found out that, Redemptorist, it's a running school, and we kind of got towards that a little bit more at the end of the year with the rotation of running backs. I kind of equated to the NFL. We said, hey, we got 3 guys that can run the ball. Let's get them all the ball, keep them fresh. And it made us real good, way more competitive. But we did it more out of the spread, and we didn't look like Redemptorist looked, in the early 2000s. We weren't as big up front, so we had to do some things. But we had success. We didn't have 4,000 yards offense, but almost 3,000, which is pretty good, and put up some good numbers.
Well, I was impressed with Redemptorist this year. Boley Burks, a lineman. Bryce Robertson, fullback lineman for you, tough kid, strong kid. Dino Mullins, your running back. I'm talking about all the seniors from Redemptorist. We've got 2 of the juniors coming up later in the show that are going to be highly recruited. They're 013 class guys, but good core guys. Josh Courtney was your quarterback, was a receiver in 010, made the switch to quarterback for the team. A kid that could sign either 1AA or junior college if he chooses to go, right?
Good athlete, looking at junior colleges. The guys he mentioned, all good players. Bryce Robertson ended up playing a lot of fullback for us, and I think he could have a future doing that. I have another guy, Bryce Hooper, that's a fullback type that's kind of getting some looks. Dino Mullins kind of getting some looks. They're just trying to, the recruiting game works, trying to see how it falls.
And I'm going to talk to Coach Foster about this with his guys, but your guy, Dino Mullins, strong, fast, pushing 200 pounds, looks the part, and no 1AA offers. And he is definitely 1AA, in my mind, mid-major D1. I just don't understand it.
He's going to make some coach somewhere, real happy when they get him. So he got better as the season went on for us, and that's a testament to how good a player he is.
Coach, talk about your guys. You've got 12 kids that are seniors that have been playing for you, a lot of them 4 years, since their freshman season. You went to the Dome. These guys are a special group. Jawan Rogers, your linebacker, who I think is as good as any linebacker in the state as far as hitting, mean on the field, instincts, 6'1", 225, 230, packs a punch. James P. Milton, your defensive tackle, who's 6'2", 275, 280, can run a 4.9. Jermaine Jalla, your running back. Both your DBs, the Burtons. I can go on and on. I mean, none of these guys are getting D1 offers, starting with Juwan Rogers, which, again, I'm a little shocked.
Well, and up until this past weekend, Tech recruited him, but I mean, he's a 3-time All-State kid, but he's probably the best kid I've coached, and I've coached some good ones. I've been in St. Helena, played with some good ones in A-Meet. You're talking about a kid that everything you give him, that whole senior class. When I came there 4 years ago after all the controversy, you know, we dedicated. I told them we would go to the Dome, and we came up a point short, but they gave me everything they had. And the thing we wanted to do when I went to A-Meet was change the culture. I'm from A-Meet, and the culture was, well, yeah, they play ball, but they don't have grades. Well, all these kids gonna qualify. You know, except James P. Milton. He's going to be a prop or, you know, a JUCO guy. I mean, but he's a 4-year starter. Juwan, and Reginald Porter, who's improved a whole lot. He's a 2-time All-State at DB.
Committed to Utah.
Going to Utah. Going to University of Utah. So, I mean, that group was a very special group to not only me, but the entire A-Meet football program.
Well, and again, I'm on Juwan Rogers, number 9. Played fullback for Coach junior, senior year. I mean, you talk about a hammer. I called him a hammer when I was taking notes.
Yeah.
I mean, come in and just pele anybody in front of him as a fullback.
Yeah,
and then at linebacker, I mean, whoa. I mean, some of the hits, Coach, that I saw him make were college hits.
Yeah.
Instinctive hits, finishing, running through these guys. Juwan Rogers is an SEC linebacker, not just a D1 linebacker, in my opinion. Not just D1, but an SEC linebacker. You agree with me on that?
Oh yeah, without a doubt. And he not only does it in the game, he does it at practice. I have to take him off the scout defense sometimes, and he get on scout special teams. But he's a coach's dream. You know, and you know, unfortunately, I don't know what the deal is, but you know, hopefully something big come through because he deserves that shot.
And Juwan is leaning to Southeastern and Hammond. If they pick this kid up, I think he'll start day one.
No doubt.
I don't see a linebacker at Southeastern with the qualities that he has coming out of high school, you know, with the speed he's got and the power. Guy, 230 pounds, 6 feet tall, not small, not tall, but very athletic, very strong, very mean, very instinctive, a hitter. And, you know, football player. That's what you need to win games, football players. But, Coach, talk about A-Meet real quick. I know you have to go. You're in town for Coaches Convention, and we're glad to have you. But any final thoughts on A-Meet High School, the future? You've got a young lineman coming up that's 6'5", 300 and something pounds. It's going to be a good player. And a young running back coming up.
We have two junior running backs, James Oden, who ran a 4.32 for LSU, like 4.38 and 4.32 at their camp. We also have a kid that broke his ankle that's a 4.3 guy that's coming back. Broke his ankle in week 3. I mean, he had actually supplanted James at running back. He worked his behind off bench press 315 pounds. He came back the other day off that broke ankle. He ran a 4.3 last year, but the other day he ran a 4.41. On grass. So you're talking about excitement, but at quarterback, if you know those who remember the Independence run when Antoine Sieber, who signed with LSU with Tofield, well, his little brother is going to be my quarterback next year. He's a sophomore. He's going to be a junior. He's special also. So we're excited. We're losing 21 seniors. It's a very special group. Been there 4 years, but you know, hopefully, and they run to the Dome made these young kids hungry. You know, we got a good freshman class that's going to be sophomores, and with those 2 running backs coming back in the line, 2 linemen coming back, we're excited about our future. My favorite A-Meet player of all time was Michael Carr, quarterback. Yeah. Never became the Michael Vick, but to me was Michael Vick before Michael Vick. Yeah, before his time. Went to Clemson, never played, but what a phenomenal athlete from A-Meet. And they had a couple other kids that went on and had successful careers at LSU, several kids. They had a linebacker to go to Northeast at ULM that you played with. That was a good football player. Eric Foster. Yeah. Who was phenomenal. We're going to go ahead and take a commercial break, Coach. I appreciate you coming on the show. I have a gift for you from Co-op Bookstore, man. An LSU hat. Thanks a lot. Thanks for joining us tonight. Good luck to you, Coach. Appreciate it. All right, we're going to take a break. We'll have Coach Weiss on later on the show with his players. But coming up next, Benny Brazil, ex-LSU football and track star, current LSU track assistant, and Michael Race, owner of Peretti Jaguar.
of Baton Rouge. We'll be back in just a moment.
Can buying furniture really be fun? Sure. Come into Bassett, and an in-store designer like me will be happy to help. Just tell me a little about yourself and what you're looking for, and then I'll give you a bunch of great ideas. And our design help is free. Who could say no to that? Come into Bassett and discover the easy, affordable way to make a beautiful home.
State Farm agents David Wilcox in Gonzales and Todd Husers in Prairieville are there for you. Call today.
Louisiana Office Supply is the largest stocking office product store in the South with a new 23,000 square foot showroom. For over 72 years, Louisiana Office Supply has met the demand for quality office products competitively priced with an extensive selection and knowledgeable staff. From office furniture to Post-it notes, there are supplies for every part of your office. Louisiana Office Supply, generation after generation, exceptional service since 1936.
Arrive to the game in style in a new or certified Peretti family vehicle.
Jaguar, with timeless elegance, is the sportiest, sexiest luxury automobile on the road. Land Rover is rough enough for all your hunting needs, yet refined enough to deserve valet parking. Mazda will connect you with your inner driver at a whole new level of intensity.
Remember, it's not whether you win or lose, it's how you get to the game. Peretti, Jaguar, Land Rover, Mazda, Baton Rouge, New Orleans.
Park Lane Boutique. You should feel comfortable, confident and beautiful here or wherever your travels may take you. At Park Lane Boutique, we believe it's all about genuine customer service while working with classic, timeless modern fashion.
A sports injury can put you out of action. But your game's not over because you drafted the right team. At the Bone and Joint Clinic, you're treated by experts in sports medicine, experienced therapists and staff, and the latest equipment and services in a comfortable environment where you're treated like family because we want to see you suit up again. The Bone and Joint Clinic.
Check out lafootballmagazine.com. You can get it at Barnes & Noble in those locations, or you can order it on our website. We're already working on the 2012 preview issue, which will have over 25,000 recruit names in it, and a lot of pictures and a lot of the schools. We filmed over 300 high schools this past year and saw a lot of talent that's coming up. Before I introduce Benny Brazil and Michael Race, I want to kind of introduce them. Benny Brazil is the current assistant track coach at LSU. He ran track at LSU, but a lot of people knew he was a football player. But he ran track at LSU. We're going to talk about the track program and LSU then and now. And Michael is one of our big sponsors. Loves high school football from the Mandeville, Covington area. Big-time supporter of LSU and all the high schools in the state. Michael's on our show tonight. He's friends with Benny Brazil. And Benny, you know, bought a vehicle from him a few years ago. And I'd like to introduce, by the way, Michael Race.
Thanks for having us tonight.
Thanks for being on the show.
Yeah.
You don't even live in Baton Rouge, and you're on the show.
I don't. I make the commute from Covington every day, so it's not too bad.
Benny Brazil.
Thanks for having me.
Famous track star, current LSU assistant track coach. But people watch and parents watch the show all over the state, LSU fans. Michael, tell them about how you met Benny. And you've met a lot of these professional athletes that played at LSU, New Orleans Saints, Drew Brees. They're your clients.
Yeah, we opened up about 15 years ago in Baton Rouge. And we were part of the Tiger Transportation team, and we put the track coach, starting with Pat Henry, in a vehicle, and now Dennis Shaver's in one. So met Benny through Dennis. He sent them my way, and I all got started back with Mark Roman way back in the day.
New Iberian.
Yeah. So started with him about, I don't know, 13 years ago, and since then we've been with a lot of these guys.
But you're not just a sponsor. You love football.
Oh yeah.
I mean,
Very
you go to the games. You're not just someone who says, okay, I'll
holder.
sponsor it, but I mean, you're actually a big LSU fan.
Oh, absolutely.
And
I have too many tickets. That's probably a bad thing to say on camera. Everybody's be dialing me up next year.
You really don't have that many tickets.
That's right, that's right.
But you got to meet a lot of these guys. I mean, and some of these guys that you grew up watching. And name some of the other. You told me Drew Brees is a big client of yours with the New Orleans Saints.
He buys out of our New Orleans location. Reggie Bush, when he was here, he was buying cars from us. A great friend of Benny's, and I consider him a great friend too, Joe Adai, has bought cars from us. You were talking about the Giants a little while ago. Corey Webster buys cars from us, so I'm kind of biased right now to the Giants right now, so I'm going to be pulling for those guys. But
and it's Jaguar, Peretti, Land Rover, Baton Rouge, and New Orleans.
That's correct. And we have Mazda as well.
Mazda.
Yeah.
And Benny, you know, you're not playing football anymore.
No, sir. No, sir.
You're now recruiting. We can't talk about recruits, by the way, unless it's a current track student enrolled already. We can't, because he's a coach. He's not a player anymore. He actually goes out and recruits future track stars for his old program, now his current job. But what's it like looking on the other side of the fence now as a coach?
It's a big time experience, man. You know, I'm just taking it all in one day at a time. You know, it's just learning every day from under Coach Shaver and just enjoying the opportunity. That's all I can really say.
And you travel all over trying to recruit.
Oh,
you can't talk about recruits. I'm just talking about your daily
Oh, yeah,
job.
daily recruiting. You know, you're pretty gone 2 days out the week, you know, but that's what it takes. That's what we accept at LSU. That's what we expect.
We're going to take a break. When we come back, we're going to talk more with Michael Race and also Benny Brazil about the Cincinnati Bengals, Benny's time with them, and his time in track. And we're talking about how playing two sports can work out to benefit in college, running track, baseball, track, football. We'll be back in just a moment. You're watching Louisiana Football TV Magazine.
If you're looking for the gear you need in the colors you bleed, then make your first stop Co-op. Much more than just a bookstore. Co-op has the largest selection of LSU merchandise for the whole family, including tailgating supplies, LSU clothing and accessories, great gifts, and a whole lot more. Stop in or order online for the best prices on art supplies, school supplies, and textbooks. The Co-op Bookstore, where you'll always find the gear you need in the colors you bleed.
State Farm agents David Wilcox in Gonzales and Todd Husers in Prairieville are there for you. Call today.
Hi, I'm Joe Martin, president of ITI Technical College. And for over 35 years, ITI has been a leader in technical education here in Baton Rouge. Our commitment is to help people just like you attain a better life through technical training.
Get hands-on real-life training in one of 9 career areas with flexible class schedules, and financial aid is available.
So let ITI help you discover a better life. Call now or go online. It's that simple.
ITI for a better life. Have you made the right call?
I made the right call.
It's easy to do. Just touch the tones.
I made the right call.
If you want to talk to the pros, you've got to make the right call.
I made the right call.
It's not that kind of call. I'm talking about the professionals at Gage Telephone. From excellent products like Toshiba to great service after the sale, make the right call. Gage Telephone, 753-4243.
At Peak Performance Physical Therapy, we treat everyone from Grand Slam hitters to grandparents. Now with 7 locations to serve you. If your doctor recommends physical therapy, ask for Peak Performance by name, the physical therapy choice of baseball players, grandparents, and everyone in between.
Go. College notes. Can't talk about recruiting because of my guest here, Benny Brazil, on the segment, but what I will talk about, I can't talk about recruits, but I'm going to talk about the fine job that Tulane's new coach is doing, Curtis Johnson, who signed Marshall Faulk years ago at San Diego State, and Reggie Wayne at Miami, and Ed Reed. Big names, right? This was the guy that signed these guys when he was a Miami assistant, a San Diego State assistant, and now he's having a phenomenal year this year for Tulane, only been on the job for about 2 months, and he's got several commitments from the New Orleans area. I can't talk about the names, but next week we'll talk about those individuals that Tulane's actually getting, because when you have a guy like Curtis Johnson, the wide receivers coach from the Saints, it's a heck of a pickup. And Benny, years ago, I mean, he got Reggie Wayne, Ed Reed, and Marshall Faulk.
Wow.
On his resume as recruits.
Amazing.
Now, I was asking you off the air, who was the toughest DB that you faced at LSU and in the NFL with the Bengals, and you said Ronnie Prude.
Ronnie Prude.
Your former teammate at LSU.
My former teammate, Ronnie Prude. Big time.
Fair Park High School, Shreveport, Louisiana.
Shreveport, Louisiana. Yes, sir.
Home of Mo Claiborne and Stromae Swift.
There you go. Big time names. Big time names.
Why was Ronnie the best?
I think it wasn't just me. I think with all the receivers, he gave us all a hard time. Just basically every time you had to have a plan, you know, just thinking about what I'm going to do to go against him. And he's like my best friend now, like my brother. But at practice, we weren't brothers. We fought a lot, and that's just how it was.
It's a battle.
It's how it goes.
Yeah,
so.
I mean, you're trying to impress coach. Yeah. You're an assistant coach now at the LSU track team. Talk about Dennis Shaver, the head coach, and what is it like to be a track coach now?
I'm just honored to be in the situation. Coach Shaver was a great man, great coach, great father figure too. You know, he's been there for me, and you know, he just understands how it is, and you know, he's teaching me a lot. I'm taking it one day at a time, and it's been pretty. I've been enjoying myself so far.
Well, through the grapevine, and I didn't tell you this off the air, but a lot of people I know were courting you to be an assistant.
Yes, sir.
They thought very highly of your expertise as a track star and teaching, and your loyalty is what you told me made you come back to LSU.
That's it, loyalty.
Coach.
Loyalty is real big. That's what you know, Coach Miles taught me that. Really good special person in my life too, and he always taught me loyalty. And that's one thing that you know, you can judge a man. You know, good character comes with loyalty, and loyalty is what
a lot
it
of
is.
Texas schools recording this Texas native, so that's pretty huge.
Loyalty.
The track team's in good shape. Talk about this year's track team coming up.
This year we're going to be real good. You know, you were asking me off the air what's our strong points this year. And I can't just say it's going to be like the sprint group or the 400 group or the relays, because we need everybody as a team to win the championship. So basically the strong part got to be everybody all together. So one team, one heartbeat on the guys and girls sides. We need the field events, jumpers, you know, everybody got to come in it together. And that's with Coach Todd, Coach Just, Coach Elliott, Coach Debbie, Coach Shaver, and me and myself.
A lot of LSU Tigers played football at LSU and ran track. Slip Watkins, Florida native. I believe Carlos Carson years ago ran a little track. Eddie Kennison, who recently retired from the NFL from Washington Marion High School in Lake Charles. Trendon Holiday, Xavier Carter, yourself.
Yes, sir.
Trendon, you said that's decided not to go pro, made a good decision?
Yeah, I mean, that's what he wanted to do in his heart. He felt like football was the route he wanted to go, and hey, I commend him on it. Go for it. Make us proud.
Another thing, dual sport athletes, Les Miles, current LSU head coach, is very good to work with.
Big time. Coach Miles was really easy. You know, basically all you got to do is do your part in the classroom and work hard, and everything else take for itself. But I mean, you got to have the grades, you know. If you get the grades, he'll hold it down, you'll be able to run.
A lot of former LSU coaches were not keen on the idea of sharing their players with other sports. But Les Miles has been very big about that. Baseball too, Chad Jones allowed him to pitch. Spencer Ware, running back, went out for the baseball team.
Yep.
And, you know, what about Odell Beckham maybe running some track? Can Odell do it?
He probably can. I know his mother could.
His mom was an All-American, right?
Yeah, she's a legend, big time.
And Eric Reed's dad was an All-American track.
Big time legend too. Got a lot of them, and I wish, but they're good football players, so we'll let them focus on that for
now. Talk about your records. I mean, fans love this, but your fastest times, you told me off the air that people remember.
My fastest 400 hurdle time ever was 47.67. And like I said, took a lot of hard work. And like I said, I was on the record-breaking relay team. We set the record for the 4x4, 2:59. Me, Xavier Carter, Kelly Willie, Dardar. So we did pretty good on that. And we still have the Bernie Moore Stadium record in the 4x1 relay, 38-3 national championship year, 2001, my freshman year.
I don't think me and Michael could beat you, and if we were riding in one of Michael's vehicles, we still would lose to Benny. If we were in a Land Rover, we'd lose the race, and you would be running. But you know, also we're talking about, you're from Houston, Texas. You went to Westbury High School.
Yes, sir.
Produced a lot of players. A lot of them went to Oklahoma,
yes,
LSU. Sir. Same district as Joseph Adai, Sharpstown High School. What is it about Houston and track talent and football talent?
I mean, that's just how it is. And a lot of people don't know, Joseph Adai ran track too. He was a district champion in the 100 meters. So that was pretty big. A lot of people didn't know that. But,
I didn't know that.
Oh yeah, but it's just great talent that comes. You know, a lot of guys like to play football, but they love to run track too. You know, speed kills, and that's pretty much it.
Benny ran a 10.3 100 meters. You know, I like how you told me, oh, I just ran a 10.3. Just a 10.3. It's only been about 5 LSU football players run track, ran 10.3, 10.2. Can you still run that 10.3?
No, sir. And it's kind of funny you say that, because my athletes today always challenge me.
Want you to?
Yeah, want me to get out there, but I just don't want to embarrass them, so I just step back and let them run the show.
All right. And I got to mention, again, Michael Race has been a huge supporter of our magazine, our TV show, our website. Jaguar Peretti is out of New Orleans, 75 years they've been in business. Land Rover, Peretti Jaguar. What a great company, and I mean, you're very loyal to Michael.
Big time.
When you buy a vehicle, you go to Michael.
Buy a vehicle, I send all my friends to him. So it's all love, it's loyalty. So good guy.
I like taking care of these guys. I really enjoy. I got to tell you, a lot of people don't understand what the athletes are like coming out of LSU, but I've made some great friends, and they're fine young men when they come out of the programs, and it's really neat to be a part of their lives. But if you don't mind me telling you real fast, you know, we were talking backstage. I keep all their cell phone numbers with me, and I ended up passing my phone on to my son recently, and they had a little get-together, and I didn't clear out all their names. And the next morning, I had all kinds of hate mail from all these guys. He and Joe Adai and Travis Daniels, they were all sending me all kinds of messages asking me what I was doing last night. But yeah, it's great to be a part of their lives, and I enjoy seeing them all succeed.
Well, Michael, I appreciate you supporting what we do.
Oh, no problem.
And I wanted people to know in the public eye that if it wasn't for the Michael races, I wouldn't be on air, and I wouldn't have a magazine. Support Michael. When you think of buying a vehicle, go check him out at Peretti Jaguar, locally on Airline Highway, and also in New Orleans, Louisiana. Family-run business.
That's right.
75 years strong. Drew Brees goes there in New Orleans. The ex-Hornet Birdman was a client.
He used to buy from us. Yeah.
Still with the Nuggets. We can go on, but again, Michael, I appreciate it. I've got a gift for you that I think you're going to like tonight.
Oh, sweet.
For you and Benny. LSU hat.
What are you going to do with an LSU
Brand
hat?
New. Co-op Bookstore, another sponsor.
Thank you very much. I appreciate
Leave with an LSU cap.
Thanks.
And again, guys, Benny, good luck signing all those All-American track guys.
Well, thank you.
Michael, thank you.
Appreciate it.
And we'll be back in just a moment. We've got
autograph, man.
Aaron Weiss, head coach of Redemptress, will join us with his two big-time recruits that are only juniors. They're a class of 2013. We'll talk about them when we come back.
Louisiana Office Supply is the largest stocking office product store in the South with a new 23,000 square foot showroom. For over 72 years, Louisiana Office Supply has met the demand for quality office products competitively priced with an extensive selection and knowledgeable staff. From office furniture to Post-it notes, there are supplies for every part of your office. Louisiana Office Supply, generation after generation, exceptional service since 1936.
Have you made the right call?
I made the right call.
It's easy to do. Just touch the tones.
I made the right call.
If you want to talk to the pros, you've got to make the right call.
I made the right call.
It's not that kind of call. I'm talking about the professionals at Gage Telephone. From excellent products like Toshiba to great service after the sale, make the right call. Gage Telephone, 753-4243.
State Farm agents David Wilcox in Gonzales and Todd Husers in Prairieville are there for you. Call today.
As a designer here at Bassett, I've helped all kinds of people find the custom furniture they really want. Beautiful fabrics and leathers? Got 'em. A choice of finishes? Sure. The best color combos? No problem. Whatever you're looking for, I can help you find it, and we'll have it ready in 30 days. Custom furniture from Bassett. It's a great way to make your home your own.
A sports injury can put you out of action. But your game's not over because you drafted the right team. At the Bone and Joint Clinic, you're treated by experts in sports medicine, experienced therapists and staff, and the latest equipment and services in a comfortable environment where you're treated like family because we want to see you suit up again. The Bone and Joint Clinic.
Check out LAFootballMagazine.com. You can get the magazine at Barnes & Noble in those cities if you're watching the program, or you can order it on the website. We're now pre-orders right now for the 2012. If you didn't get the 2011, you can still get that. We've got old issues back to 1996 that you can get when players like Corey Webster was in the magazine when he was in high school at St. James. Brady James was at West Monroe. Now he's with the Cowboys. Marcus Spears with the Cowboys was at Southern Lab. That's right. We were around way back when these guys were in high school. Actually, I just looked at it the other day. Every Louisiana native that's playing currently in the NFL was in our magazine. Every one of them. So there's a bunch, too. And Coach, we've got you back on the set. Aaron Weiss, head coach, Redemptress. Super Bowl. We're going to talk about Super Bowl, but we're going to do the Recruit of the Week first, okay? And the Recruit of the Week is a kid that you know very well. You coached him at St. Michael's. We didn't plan this, by the way. I didn't know that Coach would be coming on tonight, sponsored by State Farm.
Recruit of the Week is sponsored by State Farm agents David Wilcox and Todd Husers.
This is Dash Duncan, quarterback St. Michael's, class of 212. Him throwing a corner touch pass in the end zone, Coach.
I don't know who called that. That worked out pretty good right there. That was Austin Fry on that reception.
This is the 010 season, I believe, back when you were coaching him as a coordinator. That's him again throwing over the shoulder. Really good touch, 6'4", 30 ACT. Kid is going to be better in college. You coached him his junior year.
The best football is ahead of Dash. Incredibly hard worker, very smart. Learned the offense in 2 days. Great story about him. I got frustrated one day at practice. I told Dash, you just go call the plays since you know everything. I mean, 4 touchdowns in a row in practice. You know, kind of made me feel like maybe he should call the plays a little bit.
What I like, it was his first year to ever play quarterback on varsity, and it was the first year to coaching. You know, it was a first for everybody, and turned out to be a good season for you. Eric Held, the head coach, current head coach still.
Dash and I still talk all the time. Good relationship with him. One of my favorite players, and I wish him the best, and it's a good honor by him. But he was a pleasure to coach.
Offered by Nicholls State the other day. We'll see if he takes that offer and would be a good quarterback for Nicholls State.
He'll make them very happy.
Well, we've got 2 of your recruits. They're not seniors, they're juniors. Going to be seniors. Justin Kelly, linebacker, running back, everything for the team. Has some power because he's a big guy, but he's an athlete still. You got Donald here in the corner. It's a receiver, DB, a great athlete for you. 2 of your recruits that play offense and defense the whole game for you because you don't have 100 players. Talk a little bit about Justin and also Gage right here and what their futures hold, in your opinion.
Well, right when I took the Redemptress job, it was almost a calendar year ago, when I met these guys, I knew immediately 2 really good football players. Justin was a returning starter or linebacker. Donald had started in the defensive secondary the year before. We ended up putting Donald at receiver, ended up putting Justin a little bit at running back, and it paid off. You know, they both bought into having to play both ways, both very explosive. Justin averaged over 8 yards a carry in district, which is pretty good. I mean, we're in a pretty good district. Donald had a touchdown of over 50 yards in every district game.
It's amazing.
And we're playing, you know, U-High and Episcopal, Dunham, and yeah, so we're playing pretty good teams.
Calvary Baptist. We got a call. I think I know this person is Lauren. I think she might have a question about the Super Bowl, Lauren.
No, I had a question for Coach Vice. I wanted to know this upcoming season what team he thinks is going to be their biggest competitor.
That's a good question for this coming season.
This coming season, well, you know, we have a natural rivalry right now with Dunham High School for obvious reasons. But I think U-High will be the biggest competitor. They're good. Coach Mahaffey there does a great job, and I think those will be the two. U-High and Dunham will be two that we'll have circled on our calendar. And of course, there's ours Parkview, but we're talking district and a little bit further into the year.
And U-High's pretty stacked at quarterback and at skill positions, and they got that big young lineman Brumfield, who's going to be a great player. We're going to take a break. When we come back, we're going to talk to your recruits. They're going to be on camera for the first time, I think, in their high school career to promote who they are and their positions and get their thoughts on the upcoming season. Believe it or not, spring practice is right around the corner for high school football teams. We'll be back in just a moment.
Hi, I'm Joe Martin, president of ITI Technical College. And for over 35 years, ITI has been a leader in technical education here in Baton Rouge.
ITI's medical division offers hands-on training in 3 new medical programs: medical billing and coding, medical management, and medical assistant. ITI offers flexible class schedules, and financial aid is available.
So let ITI help you discover a better life. Call now or go online. It's that simple.
ITI for a better life.
At Peak Performance Physical Therapy, we treat everyone from Grand Slam hitters to grandparents. Now with 7 locations to serve you. If your doctor recommends physical therapy, ask for Peak Performance by name, the physical therapy choice of baseball players, grandparents, and everyone in between.
Arrive to the game in style in a new or certified Peretti family vehicle.
Jaguar, with timeless elegance, is the sportiest, sexiest luxury automobile on the road. Land Rover is rough enough for all your hunting needs, yet refined enough to deserve valet parking. Mazda will connect you with your inner driver at a whole new level of intensity.
Remember, it's not whether you win or lose, it's how you get to the game. Peretti, Jaguar, Land Rover, Mazda, Baton Rouge, New Orleans.
Louisiana Office Supply is the largest stocking office product store in the South with a new 23,000 square foot showroom. For over 72 years, Louisiana Office Supply has met the demand for quality office products competitively priced with an extensive selection and knowledgeable staff. From office furniture to Post-it notes, there are supplies for every part of your office. Louisiana Office Supply, generation after generation, exceptional service since 1936.
If you're looking for the gear you need in the colors you bleed, then make your first stop Co-op. Much more than just a bookstore, Co-op has the largest selection of LSU merchandise for the whole family, including tailgating supplies, LSU clothing and accessories, great gifts, and a whole lot more. Stop in or order online for the best prices on art supplies, school supplies, and textbooks. The Co-op Bookstore, where you'll always find the gear you need in the colors you bleed.
We're back. I'm Lee Burkeen, Louisiana Football TV Magazine. We're going to introduce Justin Kelly, linebacker, running back, Donald Gage, but we're going to take this call first. We've got John. John, do you have a question? John?
Yeah.
Do you have a question for us?
Yeah, sure. I was going to ask Coach if he thought that being one of the younger head football coaches in the state helped him relate better to the players.
Does it help relating to because you're a young coach?
I think so. You know, I think if you look around everywhere right now, it's trending towards kind of younger coaches, college, NFL, all that. I can relate to these guys, especially being a Redemptorist alumni. I tell them, hey, I've been where you were 10 years ago. I was there. So I think it does sometimes. It's got its advantages and disadvantages because, you know, you are young. I get asked if I'm, you know, still a senior in high school every now and then and all that. But I think it helps out.
I want to go ahead and introduce your 2 recruits. Justin Kelly, a linebacker. I think a linebacker for the next level plays running back for you, which I like versatility. It shows that you'll go in and play the whole game. Donald Gage is a great receiver DB who I have as an athlete. Could play either side of the ball. What do you think, Kelly, of your college future? It's early. You're going to be a senior next year.
Yes, sir.
Who are your early favorites? Because this will change.
Well, I like Wisconsin a lot. I like Monty Ball. I like the way he plays and their bowl game, how they came out. But they didn't win it, but they came out and they played great. I like Wisconsin a lot. Of course, local school, LSU. I like Alabama. SEC plays a big favor in my likings to colleges, and I like TCU also.
Donald Gage, who do you like being only a junior right now?
I like LSU. Just went to their junior day a few days ago, and I like Arkansas. Arkansas is, they're recruiting hard, and Georgia Tech. Those are mainly my top three, but I'm hearing from all over the country. But I just want to stay home for,
close to home. If you could. Home cooking.
Yeah, definitely.
We got another caller, Bridget. Bridget, do you have a question?
I want to ask Donald, which position does he like to play best, wide receiver or running back?
Is there one position that you love more than the other?
Really, I'm getting looked at for DB, so I'm liking DB more because of the size difference. But receiver I can play. I just got put in receiver this year, but DB, I was just blown while I was playing it. Just blown while I was playing it. So
you like to hit or be hit?
I like to hit.
Okay, you're going to be a DB. Right. And Kelly, I know you're a good running back, but I think you've got a great future linebacker.
Yes, sir.
Because you're tenacious and you're powerful. I take it you got a pretty good squat max in the weight room.
Yes, sir.
And you bring a lot of power when you come in and tackle. And you're pushing 6 feet, but I'll tell you off the air, you're a player. So don't worry about the height thing, because you're one of the few linebackers in the state that I have ranked high because you can play the game. You can run at 225, almost 230 pounds.
Yes, sir.
What do you run the 40 in right now?
4.6, 4.75.
But you look faster than that on film, Coach. He really gets the ball pretty fast.
He flies to the ball, like I say, averaging 8 yards a carry in district. You could run pretty good when you do that.
And he is built like Monty Ball, by the way. You look like Monty Ball. The same built, same everything. And Donald, you're a fast kid too. And what's been your best time in the 40?
4.41 last spring. So I'm looking to hit a 4.3 this year on grass at LSU's camp.
Okay.
And taking off stride.
Might play some wide receiver if you run that 4.3, or be like a Patrick Peterson ran a 4.39 at 212 pounds as a DB.
Yeah.
Maybe you can gain that. And Patrick didn't weigh 195 pounds coming out of Miami, Florida when he signed, so he put that weight on in college. We're going to take a break. When we come back, we're going to have our final segment with the 2 recruits from Redemptorist High School, and also Aaron Weiss, the head football coach. We've got some final remarks and some final questions. We'll take your call. You can give us a call in the final segment when we come back.
State Farm agents David Wilcox in Gonzales and Todd Husers in Prairieville are there for you. Call today.
If you're looking for the gear you need in the colors you bleed, then make your first stop Co-op. Much more than just a bookstore. Co-op has the largest selection of LSU merchandise for the whole family, including tailgating supplies, LSU clothing and accessories, great gifts, and a whole lot more. Stop in or order online for the best prices on art supplies, school supplies, and textbooks. The Co-op Bookstore, where you'll always find the gear you need in the colors you bleed.
Boutique. You should feel comfortable, confident and beautiful here or wherever your travels may take you. At Park Lane Boutique, we believe it's all about genuine customer service while working with classic, timeless modern fashion.
Hi, I'm Joe Martin, president of ITI Technical College. And for over 35 years, ITI has been a leader in technical education here in Baton Rouge.
ITI's medical division offers hands-on training in 3 new medical programs: medical billing and coding, medical management, and medical assistant. ITI offers flexible class schedules, and financial aid is available.
So let ITI help you discover a better life. Call now or go online. It's that simple.
ITI for a better life.
At Peak Performance Physical Therapy, we treat everyone from 3-point shooters to 3-piece suits, now with 7 locations to serve you. If your doctor recommends physical therapy, ask for Peak Performance by name, the physical therapy choice of basketball players, businessmen, and everyone in between.
Check out the LAFootballMagazine.com. Again, you can go to Barnes & Noble or below.com/store to get early orders of the 2012 preview issue. The way it works, we'll have them in Barnes & Noble, but if you order on the website, you'll get the magazine a month in advance. That's the difference, because we won't have them in the stores for about 4 or 5 weeks after we get them. So if you order on the website, you actually get the magazine first. And whoever orders now, they'll be the first people to get the 2012. These 2 recruits, Justin Kelly, Donald Gage, only juniors. Both were qualified with 3.0s, 3.5 GPAs. Justin has a 3.5. Donald has a 3.0, which is phenomenal. If you look at the stats of kids where they are going into their senior year, those are really good GPAs. Both were qualified on the ACT, trying to get that score even higher, guys. And real quick, Aaron, I mean you got to be proud. I mean, you're a young coach. You got 2 juniors that are prospects, and they're qualified. They're ready to go.
Yeah, we made that an emphasis when I took the job was academics. We had some guys that were below where we want to get, and our goal is as a team to be over a 2.5, and we're getting there. We make them do study hall, but these guys we've never had to make them run extra or anything. They handle their business. They're taking care of it. That's why they're going to be successful.
Justin, who's going to Heisman next year? You're a Monty Ball fan, right?
Yeah.
He's decided to come back.
Yeah. So.
But so did Matt Barkley. So did Tyrann Mathieu.
Yeah. I think Tyrann Mathieu will get another run at it, and also I'm hoping to see Monty Ball win the Heisman next year.
Boy, you are a huge fan of Monty Ball. Who's going to the Super Bowl? Patriots or Giants?
I go with the Patriots.
You like the Patriots?
Well, they're just known to be a great team, so.
Kevin Falk plays for the Patriots from Carencro, Louisiana.
Yeah.
Donald, you have track as a background too.
Yes, sir.
And you're pretty good in track. You'll look at that when you decide what schools to with track?
Oh yeah, definitely. Trying to hit my my peak, trying to hit a 25-foot jump, long jump. And LSU is right in my backyard, so that's what I'm trying to hit it for them. And if not, I can always go on 2-1 for football and track to another college. So.
You learned a little bit earlier about the track football thing. Huh?
Oh yeah, definitely.
I mean, you can play track, run track, and play football. Those are 2 I think that work hand in hand because it makes you faster, keeps you in shape. And when you're a skill player, you don't have to keep all that weight, unless Justin wants to be a shot putter and could throw it 60 feet, right?
Yeah.
Do you throw the shot put?
No, sir.
I bet you could throw it 50 feet.
Yeah, I might give it a try this year.
It helps on your resume now for recruiting. Guy 225, right almost 6 feet tall, running 4.6. Your stats this past year, Justin, tell everybody the tackles that you had this past year.
I had right around 140, 150 tackles, and my offensive, I don't know accurate my offensive stats, but I ran for 100 yards in a couple of games.
And Donald, your tackles on defense this year as a DB?
I didn't really count my tackles, but I had multiple interceptions, but because I haven't kept track with both sides of the ball, but the offense I had about 750 passing yards, receiving yards, and 8 touchdowns, That's about my stats.
That's not bad playing both sides of the ball for Justin and Donald. Any final thoughts with family that you want to mention, and who's played a big role in your life, Justin, for making you successful?
Most definitely my mom and dad. They have a big part of my life to make me successful, and I also like to shout out the guys that made me be who I am in the previous classes at Redemptors, Roland Houston, Drew Burns, Alex Brooks, and Coach Coy Harrison. Those guys were all part of the linebacker corps, and they had me there working hard and wanting to be them and wanting to work hard and get to the next level that they were at. And those guys are who I want to give a shout out to.
And Donald, who in your family that you want to mention?
I give my mom, my dad, my grandmothers and grandfathers that you know, that it helped me through this process. And you know, I'm grateful for the role models, the alumni that came through Redemptors. You know, for teaching me what's going on. You know, it's been a pleasure to play with them, and I missed them.
Now, Justin, if Wisconsin offered you a scholarship, would you live in Wisconsin? It's cold, huh?
Yeah.
A little cold?
Not used to cold weather, but whatever works.
Hey, that means I'm open to travel. What about Donald? You want to stay close to home if you can,
I want to stay close to home. Yeah. No, the furthest I'll go to, to Florida.
Okay.
I'll go to Florida.
Real quick, camps you're going to go to, Justin? Camps. Real quick.
Alabama, LSU, Auburn, TCU, Tennessee, and Wisconsin, hopefully.
LSU, Arkansas, Georgia Tech, Tulsa's Junior Day, LSU's Junior Day, and TCU.
Guys, I saw you this past year on film. You know, great year. Good luck to you next year. I'm going to give you some gifts tonight. A T-shirt from our company, Louisiana Football. And I would give you a hat, but it's not legal NCAA-wise, but Coach gets the hat from Co-op Bookstore. Superior Grill is another big sponsor of ours. Support them, and one of the best Mexican restaurants in the state. And Coach gets a T-shirt too. We'll see you at 10:30, the replay. Be sure to watch the replay all week long, and also in New Orleans, Lafayette, home of Lafourche, and St. Tammany Parish. We'll see you next Tuesday night.